Have you ever been in a conversation with someone, but you could tell they weren't really there? Their eyes were flicking down to their phone, or you could see their mind was a million miles away. Or maybe you've been that person. You're trying to watch a movie with your family, but the buzz of a notification pulls you away. You're in a meeting at work, but you're secretly scrolling through your social media feed. If any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. We're living in an age of constant distraction, a world designed to pull our attention in 1,000 different directions at once. It's like we're trying to listen to a beautiful song, but there's a constant static buzzing in the background. That static is the endless stream of notifications, emails, and updates from our devices. But what if we could turn down that static? What if we could fully, completely, and wholeheartedly engage with the present moment? That's what we're going to explore today. The simple yet transformative power of putting away our devices to be fully present. It's not about demonizing technology. It's about reclaiming our attention and choosing where we want to invest it. Because our attention is our most valuable currency. Where we place it determines the quality of our work, our relationships, and our lives. This isn't just about digital detoxing for a weekend. It's about building a sustainable habit that can profoundly change your daily experience. So, stick around, because we're going to dive into not just the why, but the practical how of unplugging to truly connect. Let's start by understanding what happens in our brains when we're constantly interrupted. Every time your phone buzzes or pings, it triggers a little hit of dopamine, a chemical in your brain associated with pleasure and reward. It's the same chemical that gets released when you eat a delicious piece of cake or achieve a goal. Your brain starts to crave these little hits. Ooh, a new like, a new email, a new message. This creates a feedback loop, a cycle of distraction. You check your phone, get a tiny reward, and then your brain wants you to do it again. This is why it feels so hard to ignore. It's not a lack of willpower, it's brain chemistry. This constant task switching comes at a huge cost. Psychologists call it attention residue. When you switch from one task, say, writing a report, to a quick check of your email, and then back to the report, a part of your attention stays stuck on the email. You're not fully back in the report. Your focus is fragmented, divided. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with a leaky hose. You're losing precious cognitive resources with every switch. This is why multitasking is a myth. What we're actually doing is rapid, inefficient task switching, and it leaves us feeling scattered, stressed, and less productive. We end up taking longer to complete tasks and making more mistakes. Now, let's talk about the impact on our relationships. When we're with people, we care about our partners, our children, our friends, but our attention is on our phones. We're resending a clear message. Whatever is on this screen is more important than you are right now. It's a phenomenon called phubbing, phone snubbing. It erodes connection and intimacy. True connection requires presence. It requires active listening, observing body language, and being emotionally available. None of that can happen when we're mentally checked out, scrolling through someone else's vacation photos. We miss the subtle cues, the shared laughter, the quiet moments that build the foundation of strong relationships. By putting the phone away, we're saying, you have my full, undivided attention. You matter. So, how do we start to reclaim our focus and be more present? It begins with a conscious decision and creating intentional boundaries. Let's make this super practical. Start small. Identify sacred spaces or sacred times where devices are not invited. For example, the dinner table. Make it a family rule. No phones at the table. This one change can transform mealtimes from a silent, disconnected affair into a time for genuine conversation and connection. Talk about your day. Share stories. Really listen to each other. You'll be amazed at what you learn about the people you live with. Another sacred space could be your bedroom. So many of us use our phones as alarm clocks and then get sucked into them first thing in the morning and last thing at night. This habit disrupts our sleep patterns. The blue light from the screen messes with our melatonin production, and it floods our minds with stress and information right when we should be winding down or starting our day with intention. Try getting a simple, old-school alarm clock. Charge your phone in another room overnight. Instead of scrolling before bed, read a book. Instead of checking emails the second you wake up, take a few minutes to stretch, meditate, or just think about your day. This creates a buffer of peace at the beginning and end of your day. Let's extend this to our work and creative pursuits. If you need to do deep, focused work, you need to create an environment that supports it. This is where the magic of monotasking comes in. Set a timer for 45 or 60 minutes. During that time, put your phone on silent and place it out of sight in a drawer, in another room, anywhere you can't see it. Close all the unnecessary tabs on your computer. Your only job for that block of time is to focus on that one single task. When the timer goes off, you can take a break, stretch, and yes, check your phone if you need to. But then, you go back into another focus session. This method, often called time blocking, trains your brain to sustain focus for longer periods. You'll get more done in less time, and the quality of your work will skyrocket. And what about when you're engaging in a hobby or just trying to relax? If you're out for a walk in nature, leave the phone in your pocket. Really look at the trees, listen to the birds, feel the sun on your skin. Don't just take a picture of the sunset for social media. Actually watch the sunset. Experience it with all your senses. When you're watching a movie, put the phone away and allow yourself to get completely lost in the story. Give the gift of your full attention not just to others, but to yourself and your own experiences. Life becomes so much richer, more vibrant, and more detailed when we're not viewing it through the filter of a tiny screen. I know this can feel challenging at first. You might feel a sense of unease, a fear of missing out, or even just boredom. That's normal. That's the withdrawal from the constant dopamine hits. Lean into it. Boredom is not your enemy. It's the birthplace of creativity. When you allow your mind to wander without digital input, it starts to make new connections, come up with new ideas, and solve problems. Embrace the quiet moments. They are not empty. They are full of potential. So, here's my challenge to you. For the next week, pick one area of your life where you will intentionally put your device away. Maybe it's during meals. Maybe it's the first hour of your day. Maybe it's when you're playing with your kids or talking with your partner. Just pick one and commit to it. Notice how you feel. Notice the difference it makes in your focus, your mood, and your relationships. You are in control of your attention. You get to decide what truly matters. By putting away the distractions, you are opening the door to a more engaged, connected, and meaningful life. It's a small act with a massive reward. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I truly appreciate your attention. If this resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on living an intentional life. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments what one change you're going to make to be more present. Let's support each other. Until next time, be present and be well.